And down we go to the front stretch. Lining up for the Cup Series because copyright music. Practice.
When they went out and qualified at 160, we'll see what happens here this morning in this practice session because pretty much the weather is just about the same. Maybe the wind. And the red flag is going to fly again. Josh Malicki up off of turn number 2. Simply at the back end of the race car come around on him. He nosed it down to the inside safer barrier. And for the second time in this open.
It's the tough spot to negotiate. Just the car. Rear end came out up for underneath and then typically you just drain right down to that bottom safer barrier. Fortunately, nobody else involved with that. He bounces off and goes back up the track.
For sure. I mean, I backed the fence pretty hard. So, I mean, that's never something you want to do, but obviously something we've seen with the next gen car that hopefully you can fix this one. So,
see some of their comments from we've got other
For this 15-minute practice session. But another halting start. This one to Group B, but you're right, Mike, as he drove down into turn number 3, that car just made a hard right turn, went up the banking into the outside safer barrier. Kim, you've been down there in the number 24 William Byron pit. What are they saying?
Well, from William's perspective, a lot of language that we cannot convey on the radio, some expletives. He was very frustrated. So the team now starting to diagnose what exactly they're going to need to make that car race ready for tomorrow.
Well, as we heard earlier, just because it doesn't...
Look down at the screens down on the horse track and we do see the significant damage to that number 24 William Byron. So they're making the hard left turn into the Cup Series garage. And top of that list, that name is Chase Elliott.
All those kind of things. So got loose, and as soon as I corrected, obviously I was way up the track and you know, hit the wall. So not the place to wreck into 3 like that. Yeah, you don't really have much time to practice. So
overall of the 6 that have gone in this group.
That was the lap leader. 5 seconds around the 1 mile racetrack in 22 seconds. Put that in perspective in your own minds. That's a speed of 159.893 miles per hour. Keeping in mind, that's an average speed of 159 miles an hour. These drivers are flying. You know, we've come here for so many years. We know it's fast. You can see it's fast. To the naked eye, it is that much faster than
9.4 seconds. Here he comes now, racing up the back straightaway. And again, his time in practice was 22.087.
Here he comes, checker flag in the air.
Can get a little more out of that board. Here comes Bradley up again to the back straightaway. He doesn't necessarily pin the car to the bottom.
Will you look to change?
I actually believe the comments to the edge. It's a combination of both. We're still learning from this car a lot, so you know, whoever learns quicker is going to be best.
Daniel Suarez currently still holding that top spot in Group B of qualifying.
Christopher Bell on the racetrack right now. 5th overall, lap 1. 22.681 seconds.
Larson, turns 3 and 4.
Will Larson, red, white, and blue, HenrickCars.com, Chevy Camaro, dials up the low lane in turn number 1. He lets the car breathe a little bit, let it come off the bottom in the middle of the corner, but Alex, he cut that car right to the bottom at him too, and got a great launch on the backstretch.
See what he does in turn 3, which has been the danger zone here in the Saturday. Here on the East Coast, lap number 1 for Kyle Larson is complete.
And he too is that would be Kyle Busch. He wheels a Toyota. Fastest Toyota in this group is his brother. As he comes to the main straightaway and he takes the green flag.
That's a light blue M&M's crunchy Toyota Camry. Kyle Busch runs the same line that Larson did. Let it drift up in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Hard on the throttle down the back straightaway. Just like that, Kyle Busch is already in turn 3.
Dials up the low lane, lets it breathe a little bit. To the straightaway and to the start-finish line. White flag in the air, lap 1 in the books. 4th overall for Kyle.
And Kyle, in all intents and purposes, will shut her down in turn 3.
Next up, it is a driver from Roush-Fenway, Keselowski Racing.
And he is named Chris Buescher out of Prosper, Texas, as he works his way up off turn number 2. Chris Buescher with the biggest gain from his fast practice time to his qualifying effort of 0.6 of a second.
Wait.
For Chris Buescher. Turn number 4, and Denny Hamlin will take the green flag and begin his qualifying effort. I mentioned the 6 different teams here in the 10. Roush Fenway Keselowski, you've got 2311 Racing, Joe Gibbs Racing, Hendrick Motorsports, Trackhouse, and Team Penske, all representing
Racing and with Denny Hamlin as
third.
Denny Hamlin will not win this position. But this next driver, very fast in practice. Speaking of Ryan Blaney and Team Penske, he pulls across the start-finish line, trips the timing lights. His first lap is underway.
As Blaney takes that machine down the back straightaway, Ryan Blaney sets up for turn 3. He's going to pin it right down to the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Blaney in the Menards. Actually,
Pitbull and Ross Chastain at the back straightaway, having just taken the green flag.
Chastain is in turn number 3 now. He'll let the car wash at the racetrack. Chastain, lap number 1 is complete. First lap was faster than his 6 of the 10 of qualifying. Chris Buescher continues to hold his breath. He's the fast man so far from Roush Fenway Keselowski. Chris Buescher went 22.479 seconds, 160.149 miles per hour as Kyle Busch takes his car apart. Turn number 4.
In this race 5 years ago.
It's Kyle Larson on the racetrack as he takes the green flag.
It all comes down to Hendrick Motorsports right now. If you just twisted this in, Chris Buescher, the fastest of the 8 cars that have qualified so far. You got Buescher, Hamlin, Blaney, Bowman, and Chastain. They are the top 5. Now with Kyle Larson dialing up turn number 4.
Here is the Hendrick cars down.
Concrete racetrack. This is in their wheelhouse, and going to be on the car at Loud, New Hampshire as well. So first off, Dover Monster Mile, qualified 10th. I'm happy with that. Top 10 starting spot's important for our team, and just going to try to execute all day to improve on that.
Have a good time out there. Anthony Alfredo, he is ready to roll. I wonder how much Alfredo sauce he's had. It's like the bombs bursting in air. Can you prove through the night that our flag was still there? Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It's time to bring your A game. Drivers, start your engines!
That's a voiceover.
Ends on lap 45, stage 2. Ends on lap number 90. Final stage 110 laps in distance. We're going to take a quick look here at our starting grid. This is following qualifying yesterday. On the pole, Brandon Jones and Sam Mayer outside the front row. Row number 2, Noah Gregson and Josh Berry. Then it's Ty Gibbs starting in that 5th starting spot. 6 will go Riley Herbst. Starting in 7th, Justin Allgaier. Mach 1 pace car. They come down into turn number 3. As they head into turn number 3 for the call of the green flag. Longtime voice here at Dover International Speedway, Dover Motor Speedway, Dover Downs International Speedway. All of the above, it's Charlie Brown. Next car takes a dive off the speedway down on the pit road. We're ready to go. Drivers take one more time on the belt as they come across the track.
And that leaves Sam Mayer in race with Josh Berry for position number 2.
Good start for Jones. He immediately jumps away by a couple of car lengths. The battle indeed is for second. Mayer down on the inside. His junior motorsports teammate Josh Berry letting him ride in the Heiberg as they get the race.
Behind them, still up for grabs.
Jones quickly getting away from that side-by-side battle for the runner-up spot. On the high lane, Josh Berry has the advantage by a half a car length. That comes Sam Mayer to the inside of the racetrack. He'll take the second spot and open the door for Dover. CJ Allmendinger is there, Ty Gibbs and Riley Herbst running side by side, and those identically outfitted Monster Energy machines have run side by side for position number 6.
it's tough sledding there for those drivers. And that's a pack of race cars, Mike, that we've been watching the better part of the last 15 or so laps. This group of cars has raced back and forth, hard at it. Kyle Weatherman is the driver that bounced off the outside wall, came back down and hooked the right rear of the David Starr car to turn him into the fence and trigger the crash that collectively.
David Starr takes it into the pit area. Driver that has a lot of laps here around Dover, especially in the Cabin Truck Series.
Motor Racing Network live at Dover Motor Speedway as we race the NASCAR Xfinity Series A-Game 200. My name's Alex Hayden. Alongside is Mike Bagley. Dave Moody is out in the turns for us today on pit lane.
Attention right now down here to the main crossover gate. Yeah, it looks like it may have done a little bit of damage. Who's there along with the track safety crews here on the inside of the gate, taking a look at some of the posts that are part of that. It does have some safer barrier characteristics to it, so that they're looking at those plates that comprise that, and actually it looks like they're going to maybe replace a couple of those. You take a look down at the big screen to see that big triangular shaped piece of
to access the infield. So they're just putting another block of styrofoam in between that steel wall and then the posts that's
if something's going to go wrong, he's going to be in the middle of it. While he did win Martinsville a few weeks ago, Richmond, that is one of the short tracks, he is in position right now that if he can keep his nose clean, he's going to have a solid day, and that's something that the team has been needing.
Did not get the kind of start that he got on the initial drop of the green flag, but he will power around the outside of the Sandmayer machine. Brandon Jones takes the lead, slides down into the low lane. That provides the second.
This is the ongoing battle for third.
Barry having a tough time keeping their Chevrolet glued to the bottom of the racetrack. He's giving Allgaier another look to the inside. Down the back straightaway, they're going to go side by side. Allgaier to third and second, third and three. Now, Barry back.
Coming up on the Geico restart zone, it's Brandon Jones in
Brandon Jones, the inside lane, Ty Gibbs, top side.
Brandon Jones has taken a lot of encouragement from the front bumper of the Josh Berry machine. That will help him shoot out into the lead. Battle is on for second. Ty Gibbs, good run off the top of turn two. It takes
yellow flag and the green and white checkered flag to indicate the end of the second stage, and we will be a little over halfway before we complete this race.
It really has gone by in a hurry here in these first two stages. Justin Allgaier, Dave, you're about to point out.
If you have a chance, it is spectacular. You should stop by my car. It's Matt Letter, VP of Branded Partnerships and Activation at Comcast.
Pit lane is open. The leaders are in front of Kim Coon.
Got bright yellow Menards Toyota. Brandon Jones in for service, looking to make that car better on the long run and just losing its handling. The back end wants to step out. Chassis adjustment. 4 tires to the fuel for Brandon Jones. Sam there finishing up service. The crew paying extra attention after an early mistake. Sam staying on tight and loose depending on where you're at on the racetrack. Also getting a Hemmerton saying he's floating the nose, but the back end wants to snap. Riley Herbst also getting service. No rear grip on that Monster Energy Ford. Steve Post.
Justin Allgaier very happy with his car.
We're about to go green here in a little bit.
Haas to win and AJ to second for 20.
All right, there you go. Hey, take it. I like that call. Thank you, Sue and John. Have fun. Let's enjoy the race.
Lane tries to take the lead away.
Allgaier with a good way at the front of the green flag, but he hasn't got it yet. He kicks it sideways at the exit of turn number 2. And now they're side by side for the lead. To the inside is Jones Berry. Outside is Allgaier.
He's inside, won't give way, and Ty Gibbs finds his way around AJ Allmendinger for third.
Berry now is in a fight for that number 2 position. He's got a trunk full of the Ty Gibbs machine. Right behind them, Riley Herbst looking to the inside on AJ Allmendinger. AJ slams it over in 3. Kicks it off the fence, up across the racetrack. Some good evasive action by Mason Massey will keep it to a 1-car incident in turn 4.
Just past the halfway time to get a rate quote and get started, see how much you can save.
When the leaders come to the start-finish line, lap 108 will go on the board. Let's see what Justin Allgaier can do. Can he keep Josh Berry and company at bay? He is going to have his hands. And will leave Henrik and Berry to race side by side for second.
Allgaier gets a great start. He will pull away immediately as they exit turn number 2. Now here comes Henrik to the inside of Josh Berry. That's a side-by-side battle for second. Henrik with a strong run off the top. He'll take second. Around the outside, Ty Gibbs to third. Sheldon Creed continues to climb the leaderboard. He is up to the 6th position. The 7th spot belongs to Noah Gregson as they race down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
Racing for the 9th position just got dicey coming out of turn number 2.
that wheel just keeps sliding in and out through that tire well. Not a good feeling when you're driving with one of those. You're trying to figure out how are you going to get it where you need to go.
No time for a case of the yips right now. It is all on these teams, and here they come. Pit road is open. Leaders commit to come to pit road. These pit stops will happen at lap 161. Here's Josh Berry and company. Justin Allgaier, Ty Gibbs. They are the first on the pit lane with Allmendinger, Gregson, and others. Let's cover the Sam Mayer stop in front of Kim Coon.
Yeah, Sam Mayer, despite an early mistake by both the driver and the crew, has a fast Chevrolet. They already are on the left side, 4 tires, no fuel. Sam saying, I just need a little.
Sheldon Creed, Landon Castle, Sam Mayer, and Brandon Jones. You got a mix and a half right there.
And you've got 34 laps to get it done, to get to the checkered flag in the A&B.
He needed. And he got a big-time shove from Justin Allgaier. It'll be Everett by half a car length, but he hasn't got it cleared. Down the backstretch they fly. To the outside comes Josh Berry, trying to drive around the Daniel Hemrick machine. He'll get it down in turn 3. Everybody behind them. Throws the block on Gregson going into 1. Not sure I'd have done that based on their history, but Noah Gregson gave him a lift. Challenge now is on for the number 2 position. Here comes Justin Allgaier. He's on the comeback trail. He'll blow past the car from
Super Day.
Super Day, that's for sure. Mike Bumgarner, the crew chief, Josh Berry, the driver. They're going to victory lane here at the Monster Mile.
Bunch of happy people down there on pit road. Junior Motorsports scoring 2 wins. Josh Berry scoring the checkered flag of the race. His teammate Noah Gregson just won the final installment of the Xfinity Series Dash for Cash bonus program. We'll chat with everybody involved coming up with Berry winning, Allgaier, Gibbs, Gregson, and Sam Mayer, your top 5 here in Dover.
Well, Josh Berry giving it a straight line burnout, or an attempt at a straight line burnout, came up to grab the flag. Josh Berry continuing to go around in a quickie lap, if you and climb out before the car stops rolling. Now he gets back in, puts the brake on, and climbs up on top of the car. Let's hear it for our winner, Josh Berry. Picking up his first Dover.
Yeah.
But he didn't get it.
I'll find somebody else.
Okay, we need to go to his house.
about to come off, and it comes right back in over there.
Oh, really?
Yes, I can't see him.